chowder and dough. And so it's really cool that I get to drink beer and make good food with you guys tonight. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Nice. These kind of events are pretty tough on me. We get together with a bunch of beer and food, and we sit around and drink and eat, and make sure that we present you folks with good beer and food tonight. So that's what I have to do to get ready for tonight. Then tonight, I have to sit around and make food and drink and eat. So it's a pretty tough deal for me and not nearly as fun as stirring chowder. So no, I really do appreciate you coming, and it's fun for me. I get to kind of do whatever I want to on a nice night tonight. And for foodies and us cooks of the world, we love that. We can do whatever we want. So most of you are probably members of our email club. That's how you found out about this event. So you probably had some food and drinks and maybe some mayonnaise at Duke's before. So if you've done that, great. Some of the food that we're doing tonight is you can have at Duke's. A lot of it you can have, but we put a little twist on it. And we did that by every beer that we're pairing is made, the food is made with the beer that we're pairing it with. So for example, if you, on the steamed clams, we're using Rogers Pilsner to steam the clams in. So we're going to be drinking and eating Rogers Pilsner. The second course we're doing, we have fresh Alaskan halibut. Alaskan halibut, the fresh season runs out in about 2 weeks, so I thought we'd take advantage of getting the last of the good fresh halibut in. And we made a beer batter with mayonnaise beer. So that's our second course. And you'll be drinking mayonnaise with your batter and fresh halibut. Mayonnaise. There's a theme here. It's kind of cool. The top sirloin that we get is the top culotte, which is the very top of the top rounders. I'll talk more about it when we serve it. I'll talk in between each course. So if you have any questions, just fire away. But we marinated the top sirloin in Duke's barbecue and beer. And we're frying some leeks in tempura batter, and I'm not drinking Yeah, we made some tempura batter with tempura batter and beer. And then we're sauteing the shiitake mushrooms in garlic butter and deglazing them with beer. And I think this, again, I was lucky enough to try out this, so if I don't drink too much, it should be pretty good. The last thing is I made some caramel, and I made a caramel swamp ice cream, and we're going to do porter floats as our fourth course tonight. And so that's kind of unique, and I'm excited to see how you all like that. So I want to thank you all again for being here tonight. I appreciate it. Have a lot of fun, drink lots of beer, and say hi when I walk by. Yeah. I'm going to do, this is Matt, and he works at Georgetown Brewery. The link to this right here. So thanks again.
So thank you guys all for coming. Really appreciate it. My name is Matt. I am the sales manager at Georgetown Brewing. I have the sales team of one guy that reports to me right now. And between the two of us, we cover our entire territory, which is the state of Washington, and then we also distribute our beer in Boise. So that's kind of where we are right now. I'll talk a little bit about the brewery in general, and then after the food pairings come up, I think Manny and I each will talk a little bit about the beer itself. Before I get too deep into this, though, I see a couple of empty seats. Who's expecting those to fill up? Like, who knows they still have some people coming? You've got one coming, right? How many of you guys have coming?
Two.
Two total or two each?
No, two are
total.
coming.
Okay, and they're sitting down there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really just scouting for empty seats where Manny and I can sit.
Oh.
Okay, perfect. So we got a couple of I don't know yet, but like right here.
Would you rather have Manny sit
area
with you?
might be okay. So perfect.
You know, that might be optional if the kids don't show up in time. They'll be here. They were an hour away when you moved.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, same thing kind of goes here. If you have any questions while I'm speaking, throw a hand up, interrupt me by all means, please. I'll just sort of give a general background about our brewery, which started in September 2002 is when Manny and Roger, who have been buddies for a long time, decided to start a business. Roger had a background in masters in business health, and Manny's background was sort of business through UW, but also he worked for about 5.5 years at Mac and Jack's. So, so Roger said, "Hey, you know all about the beer business. Let's start a brewery." And Manny kind of said, "Nah. I was there once. It was a lot of work, and quite frankly, at Mac and Jack's, we've maybe struck gold a little bit. So, if there's a little luck there, it'd be hard to replicate." And thank goodness for all of us. Roger kept working on it, and they incorporated Georgetown Brewing Company September 2002. We sold our first keg of beer February 2003 at the Latona Pub. Anybody been there before? Great spot. If you haven't, it's over by Green Lake. Fantastic little spot. Bob's a really good guy, owner, and really supportive of helping get small breweries, new breweries started, local breweries. And that was where we sold our first keg of Manny's that night. So since then, Seattle's really embraced our beer, and we thank you guys very much for that. If any of you are familiar with the product, we really appreciate it. Is anyone here tonight drinking Manny's for the first time? A couple of you.
You are. Nicole, you are. Raise your hand. She is.
Okay, that's okay. Don't be nervous about it. It's all right. Only 5.5 years old.
I'm having a gun day, everybody. I'm going to keep on talking.
I'll say this, gang. I'll just kind of talk over you a little bit if I can. I'm not too worried about you guys talking amongst yourselves, but I'll talk loudly just to answer questions like this, which are good questions. Georgetown is the neighborhood that we're in, which thus the name Georgetown Brewing Company. We have a Seattle address. Georgetown is just south of the Tully's building, if you know where that is. Tully's building right off I-5. We are south of them about 1.5 miles, still on Airport Way. We brew in what is the old Rainier Cold Storage building. And the real neat thing about that was that building was built in 1902 as the brew house for Seattle Brewing and Malting. And that was, they were brewing Rainier beer, was their flagship beer. So we're in the original brew house to Rainier beer, and it's a neat little bit of history for us because when Prohibition hit Washington, which was 1916, 18, somewhere around there, and that got shut down, Seattle Brewing and Malting was actually the 6th largest brewery in the world at the time. So it's really exciting for us to be a part of local history as well as world brewing history. But we're excited to get out of that building because it's a little bit too small for us right now. And we bought a new building in Georgetown. We'll be moving about 1/2 mile, but staying in the neighborhood and getting a new brewery opened up in Georgetown here pretty soon. So where's that at? It is
Soto.
It's north of the Rainier Cold Storage building, and
That's
then
Soto.
just a little bit
I
west
know, that's what I
across the
said to
railroad.
Nicole. I said it was right there where it said that's the area that he likes, or when we got on the freeway.
So we don't have a pub.
I'm trying to remember if it's John. I'm not putting you off.
We do.
I'm not putting you off.
We're legally allowed
I'm not putting you off. Just trying to make sure it's John, the
We
COO.
get kegs to go and growlers.
He's the one who's been talking to me and
And
texting
then
me,
if you call
so
the brewery and sign up for
I need to go be a little bit more respectful.
And all we do is rotate between myself, our other sales guy, and Manny.
Their COO,
One of us will give
John. I just want to make sure his name's John.
He's
been emailing.
Usually takes a couple hours. So yeah, we definitely are happy to be sorted. Yeah. A growler is a 1/2 gallon jug. It's a 1/2 gallon glass jug.